Point number 4, audit your time management practice. Message, if you're new to listening to me, anytime that I say message, this is something you want to pay attention to. This is something you want to take out the pen and pad. I don't know if you're driving, please keep your hand. I think it's at 10 and 6 or 10 and 4, one of the two. Just keep both your hands on the wheel. But one of the things that ends up happening, especially to my new project managers, is that you get caught up in juggling multiple priorities and you don't have any structure. So your calendar should reflect your leadership, not just your availability. A lot of times we want to get caught up in how, our calendar is packed, but does it reflect leadership or is it just another, plug and play to look like I'm busy? Okay, I'm not trying to call anybody out. This is important because constant firefighting indicates poor time prioritization and leads to burnout. Here's my actionable tip. Schedule weekly focus time for planning. And this is my favorite, reflection, not just meetings and execution, but reflection time to see, hey, what went well? What could I do better? What are some areas of opportunity for me? You see, I didn't say areas of fault. I didn't say areas of miscommunication. No. We want to label as opportunity because opportunity shift the mindset to say, okay, this is something I can do. This is a limited belief that I can break. Point number 5, gauge your ability to influence without authority. As a project manager, the majority of time, you do not have direct reports. So often you have to lead people who do not report to you. Your ability, your capacity to influence is extremely critical. Why is this important? Because influence allows you to build momentum. It allows you to have an opportunity to connect with resources and not control resources. I've been in organizations with project managers that they feel like, oh, I'm the project manager, I'm going to control these resources. No. You don't want to be controlled. We had an episode on this earlier this week about micromanagement, and I should have thrown in a project managers as well, because our opportunity is to inspire, is to motivate, is to help the actual resources see the importance of it and not just talk about it. Be someone that actually lives it. There's a lot of people out there that say, do this and do that, but they're not doing this or that. Here's my actionable tip. You want to build alliances early. Oftentimes you want to ask other team leads, what's the best way for us to support each other during this project? That is a poignant question. Why is that? Because what happens is now I'm opening the conversation up for a two-way dialogue, not me just speaking at you. Have you ever had someone speak at you and just start pointing at you and you're like, what is going on here? Like, I'm here to help. It feels like more like a dictatorship. No. We want to collaborate. This is how you break down silos, because a lot of times the reason why you see silos in certain organizations is because the trust is gone, because things have happened along in the journey and they're like, all this project manager is going to do is try to tell me what to do. And then the distrust leaves. Point number 6, review how well you educate non-PM stakeholders. Family, I'm just going to testify real quick if you don't mind. So what happened is that, when you get into project management and you start reading the PMBOK and you get your PMP, your CAPM, and all the different certifications, you come in and start speaking language or watch this, family. There's that I read. If your product is so good, why is it not selling? And there's a point in there where they talk about technobabble. What is technobabble? I'm so glad you asked. It's a conversation that the person that you're articulating the information to, they have no clue, no idea what you're talking about. And project managers, what we are guilty of, okay, you don't want to put your name out there. I will. I'm guilty of, sometimes I start talking that I'll call it PM technobabble. I'll start saying, yeah, I'm looking at the schedule and then I'm seeing that they finished starting and I just start going on in the charter and this and that. And they're like, okay, where are we at in this project? So stakeholder doesn't always speak PM language. You need to bridge that gap. Why is this important? Because when things are misunderstood, it leads to resistance and misalignment, because you may need that stakeholder. Here's my actionable tip. Create a short, simple visual explainer, a 1-slider roadmap for project kickoff sessions with non-technical stakeholders. Don't create this massive deck because you're going to bore your actual audience that are not familiar with what you're doing. They only care about, hey, what do you need from me? Is there a direct report that you also may need from me? When is this going to start? When is this going to, this going to end? Is there anything else? What's the budget? That's it.